I admit to always improving.
And where it should have stopped is at the deal standpoint, when they thought about it.
Honestly, Sam, if I could just get this sentence out. We could talk about Jimmy Dore could go and kill 15 kids tomorrow, and I still believe in force the vote.
They felt pretty comfortable after day 2.
So notice something. I defended him on his bad joke because I have standards and I have principles.
Get back in the business of creating a more peaceful world. Please clap.
Running against the worst candidate in the history of presidential politics puts pressure on me. Could you imagine if I lose my whole life? What am I going to do? I'm going to say, I lost to the worst candidate in the history of politics. I'm not going to feel so good. Maybe I'll have to leave the country. I don't know.
You know, the truth of the matter is that when you look at some of my policies, in a lot of ways, Richard Nixon was more liberal than I was.
But you have to go home now. We have to have peace. We have to have law and order. We have to respect our great people in law and order. We don't want anybody hurt. It's a very tough period of time. There's never been a time like this where such a thing happened.
Watch Hillary examine the terrain. Watch a campaign with the man Tim Kaine. Tim Kaine in the membrane. Tim Kaine in the brain.
Did you use the word smart? So you said you went to Delaware State, but you forgot the name of your college. You didn't go to Delaware State. You graduated either the lowest or almost the lowest in your class. Don't ever use the word smart with me. Don't ever use that word.
Oh, give me a break.
Because you know what? There's nothing smart about you, Joe.
Battle of righteousness versus Satan. Yes, Satan. Because these leftists are evil.
Unbelievable.
Trolling. It's do a little trolling. Do a little trolling. Do a little trolling. Trolling. Do a little trolling. Do a little trolling. It's called we do a little trolling. Bernie Sanders was very upset. Why would he be there? Why? Because I want to win. I want to keep everybody happy.
Oh no. Now I'm just dying live on. Okay. How's this thing on? I have swallowed the coffee down the wrong hole. The coffee was swallowed down the wrong hole, folks. Max is now coming over to investigate. Okay, Max knows I'm fine. He's done. Anyway, folks, welcome to the show. This is the show. This is Above It All 1264. And swallowed coffee down the wrong hole. I have lots of swallowing experience, and I don't know why this happened or how this happened. And we're going to have the whole team investigate. Put your paws up, Max. Paws up. Look at this dog. Are you seeing this shit? Are you seeing this shit? Is this visible to you? Oh my god, I love him. Oh, look. Look at him. Folks, this is Max. Oh. This is Max the motherfucking dog. Alright, Max. Have you exhausted your guest appearance? I'm going to turn my air conditioner on. Alright, folks. Look at that dog. Okay, so let's get into the news. Black Lives Matter Utah holds to claim flying American flag is racist with one condition. Now I want to say full stop, I agree. The American flag is racist. Flying the American flag is racist. Does being racist in that fashion make you an irredeemable sack of garbage? No! Just listen to the criticism and then make new and better decisions based off of that. Alright, let's read. Black Lives Matter Utah protests on the street may never have had much reaction as BLM 4th of July weekend post, stating people who fly the American flag are racist and calling the flag a symbol of hatred. Hold up, I gotta sneeze. In 2 News interview Thursday, BLMU leader Lex Scott said she posted the message after seeing a white supremacist group marching in Philadelphia with American flags, but no outrage over it. Hold up. Scott did not back away from the post, but seems to add a condition for the hate and racist labels. So when the flag flies at the state capitol, is that hateful? 2 News asked. If they have not spoken out against hate groups flying the same flag, they're sending a message of support, she replied. I gotta sneeze again, I'm so sorry. Okay. Alright, all of a sudden, as soon as the show starts, I swear. What about the people who fly what about somebody who flies the flag in their yard or along the street? If those people who fly their flag in the yard along the street have seen the Ku Klux Klan flying it and they say nothing, then they must support it. Hatred, Scott said. Why would we not think it is a hate symbol? I agree with this entirely. Martin Luther King March on Washington, the flag was right next to the podium. March from Selman to Montgomery, flags throughout the crowd. Did they have it wrong? Asked 2 News. Martin Luther King also said the problem with America is white racism, Scott replied. This is pretty interesting. We see headlines saying outrage at Black Lives Matter calling the American flag a hate symbol. We never see headlines saying outrage at Ku Klux Klan flying the American flag. Why would we not think it is a hate symbol, Scott said. But you accept that many people don't consider it a hate symbol. I don't accept that. I love that shit. Black Lives Matter Utah also put out a post saying it had just pissed off about every Republican in America. Good. Scott alleged the GOP is working to take voting rights away and have pushed hate in their platform, but she herself has supported some GOP candidates in Utah. Uh-oh, problematic. How do you reconcile supporting Republicans and yet reveling in making all Republicans angry? Republicans who are not racist understand... Okay, I'm done. Sorry, there's no such thing as a Republican who's not racist. I'm sorry. Anyway, I agree. The American flag is a racist symbol. There's really, in my estimation, no disagreement with that. It's basically just how much history do you know? Do you know any history? Okay, the American flag is racist. Do you know zero history? All right, I guess the American flag is cool. That's really ultimately what it boils down to for me. I think, first of all, I think the design of the flag is stupid. I think it's ugly, and I think it's gross. I think the idea of there being 50 stars because there's 50 states is ridiculous, because America is an imperial power and owns more land than just 50 states that they don't recognize, so that's part of that. I think the stripes are ridiculous looking. I think, again, like, the country is garbage. Like, America is trash. Like, it is a shitty, disgusting, terrible fucking country. And if you support the flag and you support the country when all the terrible shit that it does is so blatantly obvious, I mean, again, if you don't know and you're just like, whoop-a-doop-a-doo-dah, all right, sure. But if you do know, then you have to reconcile something within yourself. How can you simultaneously understand America is racist, understand the history of the American flag, and then also fly it proudly? I don't know. You can fly something else proudly. Ooh, man, that is a lot of mucus. Did you ask Keith Rivers about the lawsuit against D.A. Womble? Nope. Do you know why Andrew Brown was killed? I have a lot of reasons to guess, none of which I will say on a live stream. Hello, OBS Consumer. How you doing? Are you consuming today? I'm gonna consume some covfefe. All right, I just saw this in the Utah website. Oh, I'm hiding the truth. Yeah, I'm hiding the truth. OBX Consumer, you got this. The truth is being hidden, actually. In fact, fun fact, I've got the truth. If you look at my background and you look at the way that these bookshelves are placed, you'll see that they make a pattern, which, when you decipher the pattern, leads to the truth. It translates to English words that you can then, it's an anagram, and then you mix up the words and you find the truth. So if you want to start looking for the truth, it's back there, and that'll get you started. But yes, I'm absolutely hiding the truth. All right. So I saw this in the tab with the Utah thing. So I have to talk about something like this. Utah family of 13 unable to find a place to rent. Again, this is a solvable problem. This is a problem that does not need to exist. It doesn't need to exist. It really does not need to exist. Homelessness is manufactured. It's fake. It's not real. There is no surplus of humans when it comes to housing. Overpopulation isn't real. None of that shit exists. We have more than enough land on this planet to inhabit very peacefully, right, and very conveniently and very nicely, probably, like, I don't know, 10, 15 times the population we have right now, maybe more than that, right? Maybe 30 times the population we have right now. There's no such thing as overpopulation. The housing crisis is a manufactured crisis by rich people to give themselves more power. Plain and simple, full stop. A family of 13 in northern Utah has been unable to find a new place to live after learning their landlord is selling. And they're not the only ones in that situation. It is a sobering side of the housing market, yet one that's a reality for more and more people. A lot of nights end in tears and praying that something will come up the next day, said Brittany Shelton, mother of 11 children. 11 children. Like, that's crazy to me. That's absolutely crazy. Right, and then again, think about this, right, from the media perspective. The media sees this and they go like, hell yeah, homeless family. Let's not set up a GoFundMe for them. Let's not do a fundraiser for them. Let's not give them some cash after we do a news interview so that they can fucking find something to eat the next day. No. Let's just print their sob story and collect a paycheck. Brittany and her husband, Danny, have rented a house in Tremonton for the past 6 years. In June, they got a notice from their landlord telling them he's selling the property. They were given 30 days to be out. Since then, they've been looking for a new place and submitting numerous applications. Nothing has worked out. They've been unable to find a place that can accommodate their large family. There's none, Brittany said in an interview with 2 News in front of their steps at home. Mostly we're told we have too many children or there's a waiting list that we can't get in. The situation has become dire. As of Monday, we're homeless. Again, why didn't the news story print this out 30 days ago? And say, here's a GoFundMe, here's their Cash App, help them out. Instead, they're printing the story 3 days before they're homeless with no fundraising or links to help them whatsoever. This is why corporate media is garbage, folks. This is why corporate media is trash. Their options are limited. Danny is a firefighter. A firefighter, bro! A firefighter! A homeless firefighter! What the fuck? If he moves away from the area, he loses his job, but finding something to rent in the area just hasn't happened. They're not the only ones in this situation. Nicole Pate lives in Brigham City. Her landlord also decided to sell. Pate has searched for a new rental, but has also come up short. What there is at least double or triple what I've already been paying, she said. Tremendous need across the region. Uncertain futures. All right. Again, where's the link? Where can you call to donate to their families? I don't see anywhere. All I see is, yep, there's a housing crisis. Let's collect a paycheck. Right? Like, I just hate this country. I mean, again, this country is garbage. If you wonder why I hate the American flag, that's one of the reasons. We got a dog right behind me, folks. Goddamn. Did you know that D.A. Womble is protecting the affluent white drug dealers and being sued for it? I am very much so aware of that, yes. Trying to give you information the media is hiding. Well, feel free to send me an email, OBS Consumer. If you want to send me something, send me an email, and we can have a conversation there. When I meet Mormons preacher in France, I yell at them, us go home, okay? They want diseases to spread and vaccines are doing a great job at... Okay. Dum-dum alert. You need a vacant building. Plenty of them. They need a... Yes, absolutely. 11 kids cost money. The police are a part of the elite. That is why they're disgusting and don't... I agree with that. America is not a country. It is a corporation. I do agree with that. What about Donald Trump's legal woes? What about him? Where's Mitt? Fucking Mitt. Oh my god. I forgot. Yeah, he's in Utah. Whew. What? What? Let's get into the recap, folks. Oh, shut up and do some research. The media is hiding this. All right. Well, OBX Consumer, let me tell you this. I have been on the ground at these protests for 80 days, right? Soon to be 81 in about an hour and a half from now. I think I know what you're talking about, okay? If you are going to come into my stream and tell me to, quote, shut up and do some research, why are you even in my stream? Like, if you've got the secret code you've got the truth, the hidden truth that you have cracked the code for, and you don't want to share that, then all right, why are we even talking? Why are we even talking? Hey, I've got this super awesome scoop, but I'm not going to tell you. Okay. Well, I'll continue on as business as usual then. Now, if you do want to tell me, I gave you my email. Feel free to send me an email. Feel free to have a conversation. I don't mind. But you sound like a fucking loser right now. Like, I'm just being honest with you. You sound like a fucking loser. Oh, you need my help. Okay. So first, it's shut up. Now it's I need your help. All right. This is why I prefer the inner banks, by the way, folks. All right, so send me the link. If it's so important, email me the research. All right, it's real. So send me the fucking research. I gave you my email. Send me the link. All right, folks. So yesterday was day 80 of protests in the city of Elizabeth City in the county of Pasquotank County over the police murder of Andrew Brown Jr. by the Pasquotank County Sheriff's Department. Deputies Robert Morgan, Daniel Meads, Aaron Llewellyn, Stephen Judd, Michael Swindle, Kenneth Bishop, and Joel Lunsford are responsible for murdering Andrew Brown. They got a pay raise. After murdering Andrew Brown. So one of them, to my understanding, resigned, but the rest of them are still on duty, and they are out there, and they are, again, on tape. There's video evidence of them murdering someone, and they're not in jail for some reason. So we've been protesting for 80 days straight, and so we start off our protest with walking up and down Main Street. Before getting on our cars, as we've been doing for the last 2 weeks, to go into county neighborhoods. And so we go into county neighborhoods, and again, it's as you can see here, it's starting to rain. The rain is starting to pick up. You can really kind of see it right here, right? Like, look at the back of this young man's shirt. You can see the rain pour, right? So it's getting rainy. It's raining like an MF, some would say. It's raining like an MF. And so then we get in the bus, and we're bussing in. So we bus into county neighborhoods. And so I'm doing solo chanting again today because people were afraid of the rain. Again, 2 days in a row, people are afraid of the rain. But that's okay because I'm holding it down. So this is me yelling at the trees because there's no one there and I feel like yelling anyway. But yeah, so we go through county neighborhoods. And as you can see, there's some traffic pile up. And this is me reaching out. Look at that. Look at all the cars. So we have a lot of cars driving behind us. But then we've got, like, if you look even back, right, these are not all of our cars. Like, a lot of our cars are here, like friendly protesters that are driving through making a caravan. But then we're blocking traffic. And that's kind of the thing. And we're driving as slowly as we can legally so that the cops can't do anything. And it also annoys the shit out of people. So pretty cool, pretty cool. So again, it's raining like an MF. It's raining pretty fucking hard. As you can see, here's the sky. And there was this moment where I got a Trump sign on camera. Where is it? So I want to see. Is this it? No, that wasn't it. Is this one it? No, it wasn't it. It was one of these houses. They all look the same, though. All these fucking houses look the same. Here it is. Alright, so we had someone with the Trump sign. I always like to read these. Don't blame me. I voted for Trump. Okay. Well, I'm blaming you for a lot if that's the case. But anyway, my thing was I hadn't read the sign. I just saw Trump, so I wanted to like see what it was in real time here. But anyway, so again, we went through these county neighborhoods screaming for justice. And a lot of people came out and raised their fist. You know, they clapped for us. That's me looking at myself because I'm a narcissist. And so I would say, again, like a lot of the people that get upset at our county protests, they don't usually come out and show us. They typically have been calling the police and then they've been calling county commissioners. They've been making phone calls. Oh, no, I heard no justice, no peace for 14 seconds. So let me make a fucking 7-minute phone call about how upset I am. Like, again, it's like, again, we are driving vehicles. It's not like we're walking or crawling in the streets, like, saying these things. Like, if they are hearing us chant, it's literally for 13 seconds maximum. It's not any louder than that or longer than that. So the idea that someone would call and complain about that, to me, is just astounding. It's incredible. I don't know why. Okay, there we go. It's incredible, but a lot of people do come out, they wave, they show support, they chant with us. We can't really hear them because, you know, we're in a car moving fast, but like I can see their mouths moving. I support it. And again, rain, sleet, snow, or shine, we're going to be out here protesting. Doesn't matter. I'll protest in a tropical storm. I'll protest in a thunderstorm. I'll protest in a hurricane. I'll protest in a tornado. Come get me, bitch. You ain't going to stop me. So that's basically my thought process here. And good stuff. Again, another solid day of protesting. I'm a huge fan of what's going on here. And again, I will be out here every single day until the cows come home. And I'm going to be guessing that the cows aren't coming home anytime soon. So that is my postulation on the future series of events that might take place. What are the McCloskeys reel on? Also, real quick, while I've got this file folder open, look at this dog. This is Cheeto the Doggy. I took this photo yesterday. Look at this goddamn animal. Are you seeing this shit? Incredible. That's incredible. All right, folks. So we had some epic cringe on Twitter last night. Bagui Traoror. Never heard of him. Yeah, I remember the gun weirdos that were on the RNC. Alright, let's look at this cringe. High caliber cringe. Alright, folks, you ready?
Look, I'm a proud capitalist. I spent most of my career representing the corporate state of Delaware. I know America can't succeed unless American business succeeds. So let me be very clear. Capitalism without competition isn't capitalism. It's
Did you use the word smart?
So you said you went to Delaware State, but you forgot the name of your college. You didn't go to Delaware State. You graduated either the lowest or almost the lowest in your class. Don't ever use the word smart with me. Don't ever use that word.
Oh, give me a break.
Because you know what? There's nothing smart about you, Joe.
So, okay. Now, what is capitalism? What is capitalism? Capitalism boils down to the profit motive, right? It boils down to exponential and infinite growth. That is capitalism. Capitalism is the idea that you own employees and you pay them wages, right? And the wages versus the amount of money that they produce for your company differ. And then you reap the profit. That is capitalism. That is, by definition, exploitative. If you have a company, for example, that is ran in a co-op where everyone gets the same amount of pay, they can participate on that stage in a capitalist economy on the world stage, but they themselves are not a capitalist economy, right? So the idea here that capitalism is somehow divorced from exploitation, right, it's bizarre to me, right? First of all, I have no idea, like, what is he even doing? I think this is like an anti-monopoly bill. Good. You know what monopolies are? Capitalism. Capitalism has a natural end game. The growth, like the way that capitalism works, it's based on infinite growth. Eventually, right? And it's also generational wealth. Look at primitive accumulation, right? In the thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of years that, came before the modern era that we live in, right? Where you had pirate ships, right? Like you had a bunch of white people from fucking Europe get on pirate ships and go all across the world, kill a bunch of people, and steal all of their precious minerals. Then they decided, and it wasn't anyone else, it was them who decided this, that gold, yeah, that's right, gold was valuable. Why is gold valuable? Oh, because we stole it all. So then they go all across the world and they steal all the gold. All right. Then, all of a sudden, capitalism is born. And all these white people got all the gold, and they stole it from everyone else, and everyone else is fucking destitute. Right? But that's the starting line. We start there. That's where the story begins. Who cares about the prologue? Who cares about the prequel? That's not important right now. It starts with rich, white, capitalist business owners, kings and lords having all the gold, and then deciding, all right, year zero. Now it's capitalism, baby. We've got all the gold, so let's roll from there. And one of the problems with that is it never gives people a chance. If you are born into a poor family, you're probably going to stay poor. Why? Because you didn't have billions of dollars of gold fucking generationally from people that stole it from everyone else. That's why, right? So capitalism is not fair. It cannot be. If you want to like play a Minecraft server, right? If you want to play like World of Warcraft and you want to do like a mini capitalism experiment, okay, maybe. Maybe it can be fun in a video game sense, right? Where it's not tied to food. It's not tied to survival. It's not tied to shelter. Okay. Let's play Minecraft with a capitalist economy. But anything other than that is just garbage. It's cringe. It's cringe. This is cringe, dude. This guy is a loser. Joe Biden's your guy? No, Joe Biden's not your guy. He's a fucking cringe lord, dude. Proud fucking capitalist. What? Let me listen to that again.
Well, look, I'm a proud capitalist. I spent most of my career representing the corporate state of Delaware. I know America can't succeed unless American business succeeds. But let me be very clear. Capitalism without competition isn't capitalism. It's exploitation.
So let's look at the word exploitation. Remember the American Rescue Plan? Remember how Joe Biden campaigned on a $15 minimum wage? Remember how it was supposed to be in the American Rescue Plan, and then they said, never mind, fuck it. Now that the $15 minimum wage has been effectively kicked down, the can has been kicked down the road for, I don't know, another 10 years? What the fuck? Who knows? Right, now that that's happened, oh, now all of a sudden exploitation within capitalism is a big deal. Not when it comes to the workers being exploited and not getting paid a living wage. That's fine. That's great. Fuck the workers. But when it comes to three companies who are trying to like out-monopolize each other, right? When it comes to giving all three of those companies subsidies and saying, we'll give you a bunch of money, just don't make a monopoly, please, pretty please, that's fine. We'll give a bunch of companies a shitload of money. We'll stop them from merging. That's great. But we won't give workers a higher wage. Fuck it. Because it's not about exploitation. It's about business and corporate interests. That's what it's about. This guy's a scam, bro. You got scammed. Joe Biden was a scam. This guy's a loser. He's a loser. I'm sorry. He's a fucking loser. And if you like him, you're a loser too. Because at the end of the day, really, there's only one kind of person that likes Joe Biden.
Only the really, I hate to say this, but those with the lowest IQ.
How's everyone doing today? Give me a vibe check. I demand a vibe check, folks. Marry me, Andrea? I'm sorry, Scuttlebutt. I'm afraid that's not going to happen. But I appreciate your enthusiasm. You have a foreign politic lack. Oh, trust me, I know. I'm very aware of my weaknesses. Lord have mercy. Folks, I just want to remind everyone, weekdays, above it all, weekdays, 10 a.m., weekdays, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Weekends, Saturday and Sunday, 9 a.m., because I have things to do earlier in the day on the weekends, and therefore the show is moved back an hour. If the protests ever cease or change in timing, I will then reconsider moving the weekend shows back to 10. But until that happens, the weekend shows are going to be at 9 o'clock. Also, I would like to humbly request, if anyone wants to, and you know, feel free not to, but I mean, if you want to give me money, I would appreciate that. I haven't really been on top of requesting financial support, but I like financial support. So if y'all want to support me financially, I posted links in the chat room. Anything is support is appreciated. I'm trying I'm trying my best out here. So, but again, this is the world that we live in, and so I'm begging for donations live on stream. Please, for the love of God, please. Without you, I am nothing. Felix, if you want to start linking me things, I'd be more than happy to take some more looks. My prediction on the 2022 midterms, I feel like making predictions this far out is a little useless. I don't know. I think the main thing that matters between now and then is what happens with voting rights. Like, we don't know what side of the coin we're going to land on. It's more than likely that we're not going to have the For the People Act or whatever it's called. That's more than likely going to be the case. And if that is the case, Republicans will sweep. Absolutely. But if Democrats get their shit together, and by Democrats, I mean if Joe Manchin gets his shit together, I think the Democrats will gain seats. If the For the People Act is implemented properly, I think the Democrats will win. I think that is the biggest, indicating factor of what the midterms will be like. And until we know what side of the coin that's going to land on, I think it's useless to make any more predictions. All right, folks. You ready for this? Because this is pretty cool. Majority of voters support a guaranteed income. This is from Data for Progress. Introduction. As the U.S. starts to recover from the coronavirus pandemic, several cities are launching initiatives to address the economic and financial inequalities that the pandemic made glaringly visible. Following the example of a 2-year pilot program started in Stockton, California by Mayor Michael Tubbs, these cities plan to conduct their own pilot guaranteed income programs, providing direct long-term payments to adults with no strings attached. In a late June survey of 1,137 likely voters, Data for Progress and Mayors for a Guaranteed Income examined likely voter attitudes toward a guaranteed income. We also examined support for guaranteed income that is currently being implemented at a national scale, the child tax credit expansion. Implemented through the American Rescue Plan, the expanded credit will provide up to $300 per month for most families through December 2021. The memo highlights key findings from our polling, which can be found here. We find the majority of likely voters support a guaranteed income policy in general, as well as the guaranteed income provided through the child tax credit. Voters also believe that a guaranteed income would have positive impacts, such as helping people prepare for financial emergencies. Our survey findings show that public opinion is on the same side of city and policy leaders working to implement a guaranteed income locally and on a national scale. So, a majority of voters support implementing a guaranteed income. So this is strongly support, somewhat support. Right, all likely voters, 32 plus 23. So that's 55 to 39. Pretty good. Pretty good. So for Democrats, 75 to 19. For independents, 53 to 40. And that's the key thing. Who cares about Republicans? Republicans are only like 15% of the country. When you really think about it, they're only like 15% of the country, maybe 20% on a good day. So who cares what Republicans have to say? The important metric are all likely voters, Democrat and independent. Those are the important metrics. Republicans are useless. So this is interesting. Females are 54 to 37. Males, 56 to 40. Now, I don't know about non-binary individuals. I guess they're not polling for that. But that's interesting to me. Usually women are more progressive than men. So that's something that I find to be very interesting. Race. Black, 79 to 15. Hispanic or Latino/Latina, 74 to 16. White, 48 to 46. That's the one that's... White people, man, what is wrong with y'all? What the fuck? All right, voters agree that a guaranteed income would help them prepare for financial emergencies. So, okay, imagine support or opposing a guaranteed income, but then thinking a guaranteed income would help. What? Yeah, I know this would help me, but I don't support it. What? Anyway, 73 to 19. That's pretty cool. Voters see income inequality as a good argument for a guaranteed income. Please indicate how convincing or unconvincing you find the following statements made by supporters of a guaranteed income. Today, a small elite group of people hold almost all the wealth in the world, while everyday Americans struggle day to day to make ends meet. So again, the way you present these ideas, right, you get more and different answers. 64% of people are saying it's a convincing argument that, the wealth is concentrated toward the top, right? Now, again, these people might not necessarily be supportive of an income guarantee at the moment, but they understand the arguments, and that's very important. Voters are compelled by the idea of a guaranteed income as an emergency fund, 60% to 39%. Voters support the expanded child tax credit, 61% to 33%. A majority of voters support permanently expanding the child tax credit, 56 to 36%. This is all very important. I think we need to do more polls of this nature. It can't just be Data for Progress. We need different polling outfits doing different kinds of polling with different kinds of questions. But this is a good start. I think that this is going to be a positive change in the United States of America, and I'm looking forward to this. This is absolutely a good thing. And again, We need this. This is required. This isn't something, oh, it would be nice. This is required. In a world where millions of people are on the streets because they lost their job during a pandemic and the government just ignored them, this is something that we need. Again, means testing is a problem. When you say, oh, if you get X or Y, then we'll give you Z or Z, right? That's a problem, because think of all the people that don't exactly qualify. Think about the people that make $3 extra a month and can't qualify for that. Think about the people that don't know how to qualify for that. Think of the people that don't have cell phones and can't make these phone calls. Think of the people that don't have transportation or money for transportation that can't get to these government buildings so that they can fill out forms. If you give a no strings attached guaranteed income to every citizen in the United States, I guarantee you the homelessness problem is going to plummet. I guarantee you the food insecurity problems are going to plummet. I guarantee you people are going to be a lot happier. The general happiness index of the United States is going to skyrocket. And that's what we need in this country. That's what we need all across the world. So, huge supporter of this stuff. All right, y'all, we're going to have this conversation. Whenever guaranteed income is brought up, do not mention in any capacity Andrew Yang. And I'm not trying to yell at someone. I'm just saying Andrew Yang lost epic style for his mayoral contract or bid or whatever it was. I'm sorry, contract. He lost epic style. The guy's a loser. He's been embarrassed on the national stage. No one really likes him anymore. His popularity has plummeted. I think we need to divorce his name from this. I think the idea that he attached his name to a policy in such a way is great marketing, but we got to just pretend he doesn't exist. Okay. OBS Consumer, I'm looking real quick. Just give me a sec. Okay. Alright, OBX Consumer, let me finish reading your shit real quick. Alright, OBX Consumer. I will definitely speak to Keith about this. Wow, okay. Now, I have one question. would you want me to just publish this whole document? Or do you want me to publish a specific part of it? Do you want me to mention it in like, what exactly do you want me to do? Because I don't mind publishing the document as is. But I want to make sure that, like, you know, that's something that you're interested in before I would do that. Well, given the information here, I don't think it's an FBI trap. I'm going to be honest with you. OBX stands for Outer Banks, which is adjacent to where I live, Felix. Stop using people's names and read the content. I don't quite know what that means. Given the information I'm reading, I don't think this is a troll. I'm letting you know right now. I will get people killed? What people am I getting killed? Am I gonna get myself killed? Like, I don't understand your point. I have not used anyone's names that you haven't requested I use. Well, I did not get arrested by Wooten. By the way, folks, I got court on Monday. Check it. Sure, OBX. I mean, you're sending me like a literal, like, several thousand word document here, so Like, I'm just letting you know, like, I do not know exactly what it is you're trying to make, or, like, want me to do. Like, do you want me to publish this document, like, WikiLeaks style? Like, what is your exact request? Alright, well, okay, feel free to reach out again, OBX, if you want, and feel free to give me more information, if you wouldn't mind. Like, if you could send me another email that outlines exactly, like, what you want me to do, what you'd prefer I do. Because, you know, yeah. But yeah, if you want to send me anything else or want me to make anything public, I will make whatever you want public. I do not have any fear for my own safety. If someone does want to kill me for doing journalism, okay, feel free. So, like, I'm not necessarily afraid of that. So as far as putting my own safety at risk, I don't care. So feel free to send me anything you want to send me. Feel free to let me know what you want public, how you want it to be public. And I don't mind working with you on that. That being said, I'm going to end my show for today because it's a little after 10 and I need to get ready. So I will see y'all later. Thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. Hey, Sal. Goodbye, Sal. Alright, folks. Have a great day. I will see y'all again in the near future. Bye-bye.
We've ended the war on American energy. We were in war. And we've ended the war on beautiful, clean coal, one of our great natural resources. $7 million for reef fish management. $25 million to combat Asian carp. Everybody comes in your grandma. Everybody comes in. Comes in your grandmother. Comes in your grandmother. Everybody comes in your everybody comes in your everybody comes in grandmother. Your grandmother. Well, you have to understand, the first time I ever heard of Black Lives Matter, they were chanting, pigs in a blanket, talking about police. Pigs, talking about our police. Pigs in a blanket, fry them like bacon.
So notice something. I defended him on his bad joke because I have standards and I have principles.
They're coming all over the place. They're coming all over the place. Coming all over the place. And then they have cans of soup. They have cans of soup. And they throw the cans of soup.
And I have a simple proposition here. I'm here to ask you for your help. Where I come from, you don't get far unless you ask. My name's Joe Biden. I'm a Democratic candidate for the United States Senate.
That was an opinion of somebody. Retweet. I'll put it out there. People can decide for themselves. I don't take a position.